Hi everyone, so today I'm going to introduce or reintroduce or just show you a stitch that maybe you already know, and we're going to do a stitch of the month project. I'm going to throw my furls all over the place. So today we're going to start with a stitch that a lot of us know, but maybe you don't know, and if you don't know it, then I'm going to show you it real quick, and then I'm going to talk about the stitch of the month club idea that I have. Always have a lot of ideas, never a lot of follow through. So we're going to start with our slip knot, like we usually do. I'm going to insert my hook into my yarn. Now you can use different weights of yarn. I'm using a 4mm big twist value yarn. I'm using the Halloween yarn from last year. I like to do my stitch examples with a variegated yarn. I find it a little bit easier to follow, and I'm using a 5mm hook, but don't let the yarn size or the hook size stop you. Whatever you have, you can use. So you're going to chain a certain amount. It doesn't have to be even, odd, multiple of, anything like that. The only thing is that however wide you want your project to be, you're going to want to add one for a turning chain. So let's say that we want to have it be about that wide, that many stitches wide. I'm going to add one for a turning chain. Then I'm going to go into the second stitch from the hook. So this is right here is the first stitch from the hook. So right here is the second stitch. So we're not going to yarn over, we're going to go directly into it. We're going to start it just like a single crochet. So we're going to go into that chain, and then we're going to yarn over and pull through. So right now you should have 2 loops on your chain. On your hook. You're going to yarn over, and you're going to just pull through this first loop on your hook. Just like that. So you should still have 2 loops on your hook, and then you're going to yarn over and you're going to pull through both. And this is basically what you're doing is you're creating a slip stitch, and then you're adding a single crochet on top of it, so it's going to be slightly taller than a single crochet by itself. So then we're going to go into the next stitch, and we're going to go in, yarn over, pull through, 2 loops on our hook, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2. We're going to keep going down the row, doing the same thing over and over again. Pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2. Next stitch, go in, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2. All the way down the line until we get to the end of our row. And I really love the texture and the look of this stitch. It's just a nice way to break up from your typical single crochets and your double crochets. Of course, there's nothing wrong with those stitches, but it's always nice to change it up and try something new. This would be a great stitch to do tapestries with. You can also do other projects, blankets, all kinds of things, hats, pretty much anything you can incorporate this stitch into. So it's very versatile and just has a great look to it. I really love the look of this stitch. And I also love the look of this yarn. But that shouldn't be surprising as the Halloween lover that I am. So now that we finished the last chain, you're going to chain 1, and you're going to turn your work, and then you're going to go into your first stitch right here, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through the first loop, and then yarn over and pull through 2. I'll show you one more time. Go through the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through the first loop, yarn over, pull through the second loop. So you're going to keep going back and forth, or however you like to do it. You're going to chain 1 to turn. It doesn't quite have the height that you would need to chain 2, so the stitch of the month, I thought it would be fun to just feature a stitch. Some of them are going to be simpler. Some of them are going to be a little bit more complicated, have a few more steps. And we could all see what we make out of them. I thought it would be really interesting to say, here's just a stitch. How can you play with it, have fun? Maybe you do stripes of different types of solid yarns. Maybe use a variegated yarn like this, so that you can see the different color changes in it. Maybe you do a self-striping yarn. Maybe you just do a hat or a plushie or something like that. I don't know, whatever you decide to do, I'm sure it will be amazing. But I thought this would be a great stitch to start a Stitch of the Month series if we can keep going with that. So I can't wait to see what you all do in July, and I would really love to see what everyone makes. At the end of the month, we can share what we did with that stitch. You can either do that by coming on my live at the end of the month, and we can all share on the live if you feel comfortable with that. You can share on Army of Weirdos, which is my Facebook group, and I always have a way to find that in my description on my videos. Or you can email me at my email in my About Me section, iansweirdoemporium@gmail.com. You can send me a picture of your final work, and we'll look and see what everyone did. If you don't want to share it with everyone else, that's totally fine. If you don't want to share it with anyone, that's totally fine. You can just feel like you did something with a group. That's okay too. I just thought it would be fun to incorporate the stitch. In your work, if you can feature the extended single crochet, that would be great. You can use other stitches, but I want the highlight of our work to be the fact that we did this particular stitch. So if other stitches need to come into play for whatever reason, or you want to add a little bit more variety, that's absolutely fine, but let's highlight the extended single crochet for the beautiful stitch that it is. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.